Good morning to you. I am Mark Sudduth, and here's what's up in the tropics. It is Wednesday, the 12th of October, 2022. We have Tropical Storm Karl out here in the Bay of Campeche. Not very strong in terms of wind or low pressure, but certainly it does have impacts associated with it, as we can see here. That could produce some very heavy rainfall with flash flooding, especially over the higher terrain across the areas of Veracruz and Tabasco in Mexico. So keep that in mind. Kind of an unusual track moving off to the south and south-southwest over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, in the eastern Pacific, some of that remnant energy from Julia, which, by the way, helped to spawn Karl, some of that remnant energy did. And another piece of that, though, in the eastern Pacific, trying to get a little bit better organized. It doesn't look like it'll do so, but it still could bring some heavy rain to portions of southern Mexico. Looking at the satellite animation this morning of Karl, a few areas of deeper thunderstorm activity bubbling up around the low pressure center. It's not very strong, again, from a wind perspective, but heavy rain. Rain is an impact, and that will all be sliding to the south very slowly. So again, the chance for some significant flooding, especially in the areas of higher terrain, will be a big issue here associated with Karl over the next few days. It's going to be moving rather slowly, as I said, so those rain amounts could really start to mount up down there. You get some really interesting tracks in the modeling and in reality with some of these systems in the later part of the season, and especially in areas like the Bay of Campeche, where it's geographically very interesting how the wind shifts are and with fronts interacting with it, etc. Don't even worry about that COTI model. That's not even of any concern. And it's interesting, too. Notice the OFCI, that's the black line, that's the official forecast track. And most of the guidance is well off to the east of that as of the 12Z model runs here. And it'll be interesting to see if the Hurricane Center shifts to the south and east as well. Again, something you typically see late in the season with these slow-moving storms. You can get some strange and erratic movements with them. All right, looking at the Euro from last night, this is the 0Z run. Clearly, you can see Karl's vorticity there. It disappears into Mexico in just a few days, but there it is there again. Not very strong, but again, a big rainmaker. We have to always emphasize the impacts and what may lack in the wind or surge department. You can certainly make up for with a lot of heavy rain, and that slow movement of Karl could certainly bring that to portions of southeastern Mexico. Elsewhere, the tropics are nice and quiet as we get towards mid-month. I don't see anything popping up of too much concern. With the strong fronts coming down, cooler, drier air coming into the Gulf, I think we're getting ready to close the door on any potential significant impacts. We can't say never and not again because we don't know for sure, but it is certainly looking a lot better as we go forward, especially considering today is 2 weeks since very impactful Hurricane Ian slammed into southwest Florida. All right, that is it from me for today. I'm in southwest Florida now, picking up all of our equipment from that eventful hurricane. I will report on what that equipment gathered over the coming days. As always, thanks for tuning in to What's Up in the Tropics. I am Mark Sudduth. I'll be back with more for you tomorrow.